In your headlines, the TCI Red Cross celebrates 55 amazing years. Today, April 22nd, is globally acknowledged as Earth Day, and the governor and the premier co-chaired a meeting with the NSC. From the PTV Broadcasting Headquarters in Providenciales, your number one source for news, I'm Erica Pinales, delivering the latest from across the country this Friday, April 22nd, 2022, right to your door. Newswatch starts now. Days after the republication of a community petition aimed at removing him from his post as chief of police, Trevor Botting addresses the call and the claims being made by the people. Take a look.
Responding to the petition for his resignation, the commissioner says while he understands the concern of the people regarding the spike in serious crime, his removal is not a fix-all, and it is a more tedious step of programs that will go far beyond his time here.
My view is hire me or fire me. I mean, I'm working very hard for the Turks and Caicos. But actually, one of the things everyone has to realise is you can change the commissioner as often as you like. No one won't immediately change. We've worked hard to build a very strong and comprehensive senior team. So it's myself and 3 local people who have got huge experience around policing. The one thing I would say I've changed, which is stark, is this is moved from the commissioner is the centrepiece of everything.
This force executive consists of the deputy commissioner, assisting commissioner, and an acting assisting commissioner. So while persons feel that his removal may be effective, he says truth is, it is way more complex than you'd imagine.
You can change me, happily, if that's what the governor wanted, if that's what the premier wanted. But ultimately, I'd like to think I could leave tomorrow and you wouldn't see much of a change because we're on a very serious track of development. Okay. And I'll talk people through it. And it's a very serious track of development. And it's not all for me to deliver. This is the force executive which is building for the future.
In his sit-down on Financially Speaking with Drexwell Seymour, Botting says he believes the criminals are a specific group of people in a population of about 40,000.
And what we do see is we make some significant arrests and it stops.
Okay.
What we have here is people who will go out and commit several offences in one night.
And you made some arrests.
Yes, well, in the last 10 days, we've arrested 6 people for serious crime. We've recovered 6 guns and quite a lot of ammunition and quite a lot of drugs.
All in all, the commissioner calls on the patience and help of the public in the midst of their quest toward a low crime rate for the TCI.
We need the support of the public. We also need their patience because I know the talk is of crime, but we've got to build a police force for the future. We've got to change our capability and our capacity. We're developing an intelligence function which will be the envy of the region. Let me tell you, I can't talk much about it unfortunately because some of it has covert capability. But having an intelligence-led police force so we understand who's committing the crime, we understand who they're working with, we understand where they're living, is a bedrock of getting success.
Members of the People's Democratic Movement held a press conference earlier this week and spoke to the spike in crime, including crime toward tourists. The commissioner requests the patience of the public as he and his officers work toward improvements. Today, the petition launched for the removal of the commissioner has received 104 signatures of the requested 200.
His Excellency the Governor Nigel Dakin and the Honorable Premier Charles Washington Mizik co-chaired a meeting of the Turks and Caicos Islands National Security Council on Thursday, April 14th at the Premier's office in Providenciales. Take a look. Also in attendance at the meeting of the Turks and Caicos Islands National Security Council were the Honorable Deputy Premier, the Commissioner of Police, the Honorable Attorney General, the DPS National Security, and the National Security Threat Lead. We gather that at this meeting, members discussed proposed appointments to the National Security Advisory Group. They were updated on acquisition of land for the National Security Services Complex. The briefing explained that the complex is to include a Marine Control Center, Detention Center, and Prison Remand Center. A working group is purportedly to be established to steer this initiative. They discussed inter-island identification checks at points of entry throughout the islands. The Ministry of Immigration will develop further recommendations on reinforcement at border entry points. Newswatch understands that members also discussed the harboring of criminals within communities. The NSC agreed to the development of a national strategy to address the matter. At the meeting, members received a presentation update from the Immigration Strategy Lead on the border force. The briefing included recent customs successes, training for customs and immigration personnel, next steps in the border management transformation, recruitment, and departmental operational updates. They were briefed by the Commissioner of Police on the state of crime arson in Grand Turk, the RTCIPF recruitment plans, and workforce reorganization. Members were lastly provided with updates from the NSS on the progress of the development of industry standards and a code of conduct for the private security industry, the reallocation of liquor licensing to the Ministry of Finance, and the baseline study of unplanned irregular communities in the TCI. Don't go anywhere. More News Watch will be returned.
This is a reminder that all PTV service accounts are due on the first day of each month. Accounts should be brought up to date by the 28th of the month to avoid disruption in service. Payments may be made on our office at Stubbs Diamond Plaza, Providenciales, Mides Plaza, North Caicos, and Airport Road in South Caicos. Payments may also be made online using Scotiabank, CIBC First Caribbean Bank, and Royal Bank of Canada. Please allow 3 business days for online payments to be processed. We thank you for your cooperation.
Welcome back to News Watch. Island Fish Fry is back and it's here to stay. Take a look. From its inception in 2012, the weekly Thursday night Island Fish Fry was a hit, featuring all things TCI, with over a dozen local food vendors, entertainers, and cultural acts coming together to create a unique experience enjoyed by tourists and residents alike. With all social gatherings, the COVID-19 pandemic put a major damper on that, halting the event and creating a financial burden for vendors. Finally, the famous Island Fish Fry has made a comeback, getting nothing less than positive feedback and excitement from tourists and residents alike. Island Fish Fry kicked off yesterday at 5:30 p.m. at the Stubbs Diamond Plaza located in the Bight. Island Fish Fry was originally held at the Princess Alexandra National Park, better known as Kids Park, but was relocated to this location identified to have an extensive plot of land, which better suits COVID regulations and furthermore allows for more space and entertainment. Honorable Josephine Connolly, the Minister of Tourism, was present at Island Fish Fry, where she expressed feelings of excitement and gratitude.
Island Fish Fry is a community fish fry, and it is for you to benefit. It's for all the communities to benefit. So I want you to enjoy yourself and let the world know that Island Fish Fry is on forever.
Also present at the Island Fish Fry was Honorable Jay Stubbs, representative for the Bight, who advised everyone to indulge in the festivities, but to also do so with precaution.
But I want to say to all of you here in the Bight, this fish fry is for you. Make the best out of it. Treat it like your own. Be responsible. Make sure that whatever you do, you must do it where it benefits you, while you're protecting others who are here to enjoy and help themselves as well. I don't want to see or hear about anything that is off the rail or off the rockers here in the Bight. I want to make sure that all of you who are here can come here and enjoy yourself. Make sure that while enjoying yourself, you tell others about the Bight Fish Fry. Let's use it as that, the Bight Fish Fry here in Grace Bay area. But it's a big avenue that we have here. Lots of people, lots of space. We want to make fish fry in the Bight bigger and better, definitely, without a doubt, here in the Bight. So to all of you, welcome, welcome, welcome.
An invitation goes out to one and all to come and enjoy the good local food, great entertainment, and take a peek inside Turks and Caicos' culture in a beautiful and relaxed setting every Thursday at the Stubbs Diamond Plaza located in the Bight from 5:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. The TCI Red Cross proudly boasts 55 amazing years in 2022. In celebration, they launched a Red Hot campaign that features events and activities throughout the year. Here's more. At its core, the Turks and Caicos Islands Red Cross is a crisis preparedness, response, and recovery humanitarian organization. Their first event is the Red Hot Challenge, where communities will come together for humanity and participate in a day of sporting fun and friendly competitions at the National Stadium.
This year we're celebrating 55 wonderful years of service to the Turks and Caicos Islands. We're using the theme Together for Humanity because we can only do what we do by working with the entire community. Our volunteers come from the community, our funding comes from the community, and we give back to the community. So together we can move mountains, and we've been doing that for 55 years. We want to do it for 55 years to come and beyond.
Candy Ann told Newswatch that what the Red Cross does as a movement is that they mobilize the power of humanity so that individuals can deal with and recover from crises.
So a lot of you would associate the Red Cross with disaster management. That is a big part of what we do. It's not all that we do, but we are part of the largest humanitarian network in the world. There are 192 countries that have national societies. Our volunteers are part of the 14 million volunteers around the world. So every time you see there's a disaster and you see a Red Cross volunteer, that's one of us. We all have the same training and we all follow the same 7 fundamental principles. Humanity is the top principle.
According to Williams, there are 3 main things that caption what the Red Cross is about, as she explains.
We prevent and alleviate suffering wherever that may be. We protect health and life, and we uphold dignity, especially in war and other emergencies. So I'm going to tell you what we do, but it's all going to be tied into this, because in preventing and alleviating human suffering, that's where a lot of our disaster management comes in. So we do a lot of work with the community. Community preparedness is one of the top things that we do. At the moment, we're working with DDME on shelter management. We are part of the facilitating team for shelter management training for all of the islands. We do vulnerability and capacity assessments in the communities. We've been able to form what's called CERT teams, community response teams, because when we go out there with DDME and we work with the communities and we help them so that they're the first response. Who's living in that community? You're the first response, everybody else comes in after. Sandbags, we do sandbag distribution. So whenever there's a storm, everybody comes knocking for the sandbags. But again, all of these things are things that we pre-position before the storm, and we can only give it out in association with DDME when there is a need.
Newswatch then spoke with Winston Quelch, one of the governing board members at the Red Cross, where he explained what the theme for the celebration is all about.
Moving on the theme of our celebration, our 55th year anniversary, Together for Humanity, I just want to touch on the 2 key components: the volunteers and the support from our donors, the funding. Now, first of all, we want to really thank the volunteers and our donors. We very much appreciate what you have done in the past, and we're looking for the same kind of commitment. Now, many people, when they're giving us their money, they want to know where those funds are going, what they're being used for. We here at the Red Cross, we are very transparent, and we adhere to our safeguarding policy operational standards, which covers 3 areas. Basically, the human dignity, right? Safety and health.
After Newswatch learned of the Red Cross, its contributions, and got a better understanding of the theme, Karen Witt, the Senior Vice President for Marketing at the Heartland Group, told Newswatch to get ready because the lineup of events is coming in red and hot.
May 21st, which is a Saturday, as was mentioned earlier, it is a corporate challenge. It's a red-hot corporate challenge. The name red, hence the Turks and Caicos Red Cross. So this event is open to the general public, the communities, plural, anyone can participate. It's not only corporate, it is a red hot corporate challenge, but if individuals want to come together and create teams, that's just fine. So the specifics of the teams would be, it's $1,000 to enter the corporate challenge. You get a maximum of 10 persons to participate. Obviously, the more you have, the better your chances of taking home the ultimate championship. There was a few buzzwords that were said earlier: Olympic, healthy. We're talking about, well-being. This is a great way to demonstrate your team's talents.
The Red Cross encourages organizations and individuals to register a team to participate in the event. Don't touch that remote. We'll be right back. Coming up next is your Sports Authority and 3-day weather forecast.
This is a reminder that all PTV service accounts are due on the first day of each month. Accounts should be brought up to date by the 28th of the month to avoid disruption in service. Payments may be made on our office at Stubbs Diamond Plaza, Providenciales, Mides Plaza, North Caicos, and Airport Road in South Caicos. Payments may also be made online using Scotiabank, CIBC First Caribbean Bank, and Royal Bank of Canada. Please allow 3 business days for online payments to be processed. We thank you for your cooperation.
Welcome back to Newswatch. Here's the latest in your Sports Authority and 3-day weather forecast.
The Provo Premier League is back at it again. This time, the league is hosting a knockout cup to end its drought, due in part to the absence of the SWA Sharks, who are in Puerto Rico competing in the Caribbean Club Shield. The inter-round cup knockout schedule kicks off on Saturday, April 23rd, 2022 at 7 p.m. with Flamingo FC versus Tigres FC. Then on Sunday, April 24th, 2022 at 7 p.m., Eagles FC versus Beaches FC. Tomorrow also marks the start of the Rugby Americas North 7 Qualifiers Tournament. Games kick off at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning at Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium in Nassau, Bahamas. At 9:22, it's Team TCI versus Team Mexico. Then at 12:22, it's Team TCI versus our neighbors and host country, the Bahamas. To end the full day of competition, Team TCI will return to the pitch at 4:06 tomorrow afternoon to compete against the Cayman Islands. Team TCI will be eager to qualify for the 2022 Commonwealth Games and Rugby World Cup Sevens 2022. So we can expect to see some strategic plays by Team TCI as they make their way through the tournament. For your Sports Authority, I'm Ali Carvey.
Here's your 3-day weather forecast. For the nation's capital, Grand Turk, on Saturday, mostly cloudy skies, high 80, low 76, winds east-northeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. On Sunday, mostly cloudy skies, high 80, low 75, winds east at 15 to 25 miles per hour. On Monday, partly cloudy skies, high 80, low 75, winds east-northeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. For South Caicos on Saturday, partly cloudy skies, high 80, low 76, winds east-northeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. On Sunday, mostly cloudy skies, high 80, low 75, winds east at 20 to 30 miles per hour. On Monday, partly cloudy skies, high 80, low 75, winds east-northeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. For North and Middle Caicos on Saturday, mostly cloudy skies, high 80, low 75, winds east-northeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. On Sunday, mostly cloudy skies, high 81, low 75, winds east at 15 to 25 miles per hour. On Monday, partly cloudy skies, high 80, low 74, winds east-northeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Prepared in Pine Key on Saturday, mostly cloudy skies, high 80, low 76, winds east-northeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. On Sunday, mostly cloudy skies, high 81, low 75, winds east at 20 to 30 miles per hour. On Monday, partly cloudy skies, high 80, low 74, winds east at 15 to 25 miles per hour. And on Providenciales on Saturday, mostly cloudy skies, high 80, low 76, winds east-northeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. On Sunday, mostly cloudy skies, high 81, low 75, winds east at 20 to 30 miles per hour. And on Monday, partly cloudy skies, high 80, low 74, winds east at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Now for your sunrise and sunset. Sunrise 6:24 a.m., sunset 7:11 p.m., and for your high tides and low tides, high tides 1:43 a.m., 2:21 p.m., and low tides 8:15 a.m., 8:26 p.m. And that's it for your weather forecast. We'll be right back with more News Watch.
Here at People's Television, we're more than just your leading news and entertainment services. We are
spreading the gospel.
We are breaking barriers.
We are preserving the culture. Each one, teach one.
We are committed to excellence.
We're creating change.
We are creating memories.
We are the future.
I am PTV.
I am PTV. I am PTV.
I am PTV.
We are PTV.
We are continuing the legacy. We are PTV.
Welcome back to News Watch. Today, April 22nd, is globally acknowledged as Earth Day, and to commemorate this day, nations all over the world are gathering to make announcements on ways we can make the world greener. Here in the Turks and Caicos, Earth Day is being commemorated with the first Climate Change Summit. Here's how Earth Day came to be. In 1970, Senator Gaylord Nelson of Wisconsin, after seeing an oil spill in California and its harmful results, planned a grassroots demonstration with the aim of protecting the environment. He enlisted the help of Pete Misklowski, a Republican congressman, as co-chair, and Harvard professor Dennis Hayes as national coordinator. Hayes picked April 22nd for the first Earth Day because it fell between spring break and final exams, which meant that students were available to participate in their teach-in event patterned after the popular student sit-ins. Here are some Earth Day facts from www.almanac.com. Earth Day was first recognized worldwide in 1990. In 2009, Earth Day was officially renamed by UN to International Mother Earth Day. On Earth Day 2012, more than 100,000 people rode bikes in China to reduce CO2 emissions and save fuel. Organizers hope to plant 7.8 billion trees during this year's Earth Day activity, and Earth Day has its own flag. It features a picture of Earth taken from the Apollo 17 spacecraft on its way to the moon. And what can you do to save the planet, you may ask? Clean up your neighborhood. Do not litter. If you see trash, pick it up. Follow the example of Norman Rogers, a retired businessman who dedicates his days to cleaning up trash.
I started this back when we had lockdown, and we started walking in the morning, and I looked down it and I didn't like what I saw. And all throughout, no matter where I went, I found litter. And I decided back then that there was something that I could do about it. I had the time, I had the inclination, and I had the means to start doing something. So I started picking up litter every morning and started off from the sands and went from the sands down to 7 Stars. Then I would go from the sands off to beaches, and this is all along the roadway. And then I expanded beyond that and started cleaning up.
Reduce or end the use of plastics. In 2019, single-use plastics became illegal in the Turks and Caicos Islands. Plant a tree, conserve water, get kids involved, teach them to care for the planet. Earth Day 2022 was celebrated in the TCI with a summit hosted by the Minister of Tourism. We will have more on that summit in another PTV report. That brings us to the end of this edition of The Real News. I hate to leave you so soon, but of course, you can join us right back here every weekday at 6:30 p.m. and tap into our social media platforms at www.ptv8tci.com. I'm Erica Pinales, keeping you informed, updated, and affiliated. Until next time.